Okay, in this round, they kind of give you a little bit of everything except for the blue guy. So we got the orange guy that we saw in round 2. We got big red, and we got the pink guy. I will also set traps for the orange guy, like this. Notice now he's only taken up 2 blocks of the universe. So that's a pretty minimal amount of space that he's going to take up. So that's going to help me get to my 90%. And what I do here is I try to get... as you can see, the red caught up to me. I did what you're not supposed to do, which is go after a piece of fruit at a bad time. But it caught up to me and it died. I died. But fortunately, I have a lot more lives, so I can continue on. Now that I trapped the orange guy down there, you'll see that this round is a lot like the last round. It's big red and 2 pink ones. So if I wanted to build traps, I could build traps, or I can just try to get out of here. What I try to do sometimes is get as close to 80%, so get up to 79%, and then try to find a big block like that to close up, and that will get me, again, more points. Okay, this round, they're going to throw big blue at us. So the orange guy's gone, but blue's going to come back. So the first thing I want to do is build a little play area for blue to hang out in. And I'll do it like that. So sooner or later, blue's going to show up. There he is. Now I'm going to work on this side. And that way I want to stay away from blue. I don't have to worry about him now. And again, there is a chance. Okay, there's the popsicle. If you notice with the popsicle, the ghosts freeze. And when they freeze, you can pretty much do whatever you want to around them. And notice I put them in their little dungeons if I can. Popsicle is the best power-up you can get. You got to be careful with power-ups, though, because more often than not, what the game will do is they'll put the power-ups right in the path of one of the ghosts. So you see a power-up, and then you start going for it, and you'll see there's a ghost going for it too, and that's how you're going to die more often than not. So go after power-ups only if it makes sense, only if it looks like it's going to be safe. So that time I only got 80%. That's kind of lame. I don't like doing that. But again, I live to see another level, so not that big of a deal. Okay, this round, they're throwing everything at us. You got big red, you got 3 of them, you got pinky, you got the orange guy, and here in a little bit, blue's going to show up. So again, I want to build a little area for him to play in, and then let him have his way. I want to build a little trap down here for the orange guy. One thing I like to do is once I trap somebody, I like to build out the wall around it, because if I don't and red hits part of the wall that is entrapping the orange guy can escape. The orange, or the big yellow dot that you just saw, that is another power-up, and you'll notice if the ghost gets the power-up before you do, it disappears. The orange dot is my second favorite power-up. There's the cherry. Oh, I got to 80%. That big dot will actually turn the ghost blue. So that's a good shout-out to the classic arcade game of the 80s, where when Pac-Man would eat a power-up in the regular game, the ghost would turn blue, and he could eat the ghosts. Same thing here. The ghosts turn blue, and you can eat them. And when you eat them, what it does is it shoots, or it transitions the ghost into another area of the map. But the cool thing is they can't kill you. So this one, there's going to be 3 blue guys that are going to show up. So I'm going to build them a little play area. And they're going to show up down there. So as long as I don't go down there, I'm good. And notice I don't have to build up around orange because there's no big red. I like to build out around it because in case I get in trouble, I don't want to have to turn into where the orange one is and have him accidentally hit me. So what I'm doing now is just waiting for the ghost to get on one side of the screen, and then I want to eat the popsicle and freeze them. And now I can take a whole big block of the screen of the universe and turn it blue. And notice the round's done. Now this one's pretty easy. The difficult thing is you got 3 orange guys. So you got to be careful about getting around the orange guys. What I like to do, again, is I like to build traps. And have them walk into my trap, and then I close them off. So this orange guy is going to come down here, so I'm going to wait patiently for him. And boom, he's trapped. And there's going to be the other 2 orange guys are going to come down this way, so I'll build a trap for them as well. You got to get away from that pink guy when he starts getting in a little crevice like that, because again, like I mentioned earlier, if he touches you, even though you're in the blue, you'll still die. So sorry for squealing like a little girl there for a second, but I didn't want to die. So I'm going to go ahead and trap this guy up here, and now all I have to do is color in blue blocks. I want to go up and get this cherry for points. Normally I wouldn't, but I just want to show you that you can get points. And again, it really helps me out. There's my popsicle. I'm going to wait for the cherry to run out. And then I want to get the popsicle. Again, I'm going to wait for the ghost to kind of get on one side of the screen. Notice they're all down at the bottom. And then they're going to freeze, and I'm going to get 89%. So that's a lot of points. Okay, this level, a lot like the last level, except instead of 3 orange guys, there's only 2. And so again, I'm just going to build a trap for them. I like to trap them first so I can get them out of my way. And I'm going to trap them, and then it's just going to be like a regular round where I just go in and just try to get 90%, 80% or higher. Again, with the red ones, you can be a little bit more risky with going and grabbing big chunks of the universe at once. Notice I ate the banana and the ghost slowed way down. I'm also going to get the popsicle here, and I'm going to freeze them. And now I'm going to be able to, you could go after the cherry, but I want to go ahead and finish the round. I think the cherry only gets you 25 points anyway in the banana, so they're not worth it. That's why I really go after the yellow dots and the popsicles. They're worth 100 points, I believe. Alright, now this round, this is where it starts getting crazy. So notice that the ghosts are going a lot faster. I know in this round I want to get a couple of blue guys, so again I want to build some play areas up there for them to play in. And I want to go to the bottom. And what I try to do now that the ghosts are going really fast, even though I'm going faster, they're going fast too. And so things can get really chaotic. So what I like to do is I like to stay as close to a made wall as I can. So in case somebody hits my wall that I'm making, all I have to do is go down one, and I'm safe. So when you're up in these later rounds, notice how that turned red, but since I was already close to the wall, all I had to do was push the down arrow and I was safe. Now this is where I said I like using the bananas because it really slows them down. Notice how much easier it was for me to navigate the screen when they were going slow. That's key. Getting the banana or the popsicle in these rounds is key. That really helps you out a lot. This round, same thing, except I got 2 orange guys and I'm only going to get 1 blue guy. So again, I want to go ahead and build him a little place for him to play. Notice I'm kind of getting stuck up because I didn't know if the blue guy was going to show up in the area where he did show up or if he was going to show up in that blue area in the bottom left corner. If I went into the bottom left corner and he showed up, I would have had very little room to get out of his way. So that could have been trouble. Alright, so I got 1 orange guy trapped. I need to go ahead and build up around him a little bit so Big Red doesn't break him free. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to fill in as much as I can and wait for the other orange guy to go into my other trap. So you can start to build up or build out the rest of the area while you wait for a guy to go fall into the trap. I wouldn't suggest you build traps for Pinky here. If you do, definitely don't do the 2x3 that I did earlier in the rounds. 3x3 you may be able to get away with. I wouldn't even try doing that. At this point, it's all about survival. It's staying as close to a wall as you can and getting popsicles. This is going to help me finish the round easily. See, popsicles are great. But you got to be careful about going after popsicles like I said before. So the rest of the rounds are pretty much like this. You'll notice I'm now on level 13, so I only have 9 more to go before I get to level 22, which is the last one. So I'm going to end that here. If you like what you saw, or if you have any questions, feel free to drop some comments in the comment section. If you think you can do it better, or you got another trick that you think is pretty useful for you, and you want to share it with everybody else, go ahead and do that. And you know, feel free to share this link with your friends, or your enemies, or your nemesis, whatever you have. And check back often, because maybe we'll throw another Pacxon game out there for you to watch if anything kind of cool happens while we're recording. So have a great day, have fun playing Pacxon, and we'll see you online later.